relax, breathe. We started taking that bowl with like before the performance. We sit back there in the green room, like take that bowl and breathe. So we got to be so relaxed before going out there, because that energy bring you up. So you got to go. You got to be like so zen. So when you come up just even. Because without doing that, we gonna come out there already. That crowd, whoop, up here. You know, it's professional. So we just saying on the African drum is reminding my person how important the daily practices is to maintain that thing, to maintain your peace. Because in reality, it's not just, and Chief just keep coming in and out. It's not just the performance, you know, in front of a crowd on stage, you know, or a circle or a jam session. It's every experience in life can be looked at as an ensemble as we engage with, you know, on the job, at school, and family. You know, everybody got a role to play. Everybody got a part to play. And sometimes people get the solo. People take turns soloing. Then we have an accompaniment part, you know. So all these different things about music can be applied to like life. And then you take that piece about how to remain calm so that you know your part, you know your character, you know your purpose, why you know your unique way of showing up, so you ain't playing somebody else's part in somebody else's lane. You know, you're moving too fast, too slow because you're out of your own rhythm because of either lack of knowing yourself or not being grounded enough in yourself so that you can harmonize the different frequencies and rhythms that's going on in real time throughout experiences.
So let me ask you this question. This question. When you're playing them drums, right?
Yeah.
And like you said, you have to sometimes pay attention, right? So you won't overlap or play somebody else's part or what have you, right?
Yeah.
But sometimes you're playing them drums just like when you basketball players or athletes or, you know, any industry, whatever. Sometimes you can play them drums and spirit to take over, right?
Yes, sir.
And I guess that's when the solo coming in, people fall back and let you do you. But what do you have to speak on that far as the spirit playing through you? Because people be like, you see that move you made or that thing you did, and you'd be like, nah, I was in the zone. That's when you be in the zone and you just be acting. Some people call it channeling.
Right.
Look back at the video. Sometimes you even shock yourself. You know what I'm saying? What do you have to say about that versus being in a collective group of people playing your role?
It's both of them. It's the masculine and the feminine. It's the personally, it sees it as, you know, even with the perfect peace, you know.
Right.
You know, a lot of times, personally, I like on the breaking the saxophone didn't match the drum. On the saxophone, playing saxophone, you know, it's so versatile. If we know the song, we can play the lyrics. We can play either the lyrics, either the background, you know, be a backup singer, or be a percussionist and hitting, you know, just hitting, or the horn section with every now and again, a set pattern every now and again, you know, or just be all in there weaving in and out solo, and of course there's a time to just solo. We just solo, and we're not doing the lyrics, but we're doing the solo part, ad-lib and all through that. So it's so versatile. So to have enough control to be like, depending on which song, just lay back. You know, if play it all, even though you feel it and you hear it, because seriously, to be entranced and knowing is your time. Even with the drum ensemble, it's the same, because everybody got they generally speaking, they will have a time to solo. Everybody had a time to solo. But when you're not soloing, it's called variation. So the thing is, when you're not soloing, you can do a variation to like assist the solo, but it's like a variation, like boom, boom, you hit it and you quit it. You know, because you don't want to take away from the solo, but you maybe accent the solo every now and again. And that again depends upon how spirit say move. but at the same time, it's both of them because you can be so in the spirit. This is what we call gateway. And gateway, you because when somebody else is doing their thing, you feel it like it's you doing it, even though you're doing your part, but you feel their part because you become so one like that. And so then when they end out, then it's your turn, then you do it, then they feel what you're doing. So even they little part, whatever they're doing or nothing, their energy is feeding your energy. So that's why everybody is feeling so good, and ain't nobody overplaying or taking over because Spirit says your turn, your turn, your turn, your turn, because we all gelling as one person, you know. So that's how my personal experience that when we all gelling like that, you know, sometimes it's planned, sometimes like you just they end, you come in, they're like, damn, how'd you do that? It just happened that way. So yeah.
Right.
Just being so open that you just know. Because you with it. You with God, you with spirit, you with the vibration, you with everything right now. Gateway, baby.
Okay. Right. I got you. And
yeah.
seeing like you still coming on, you still on that frequency from yesterday. Of that drumming you was doing.
Woo. Yeah. Because on the ride back, Precious Mother Love, know this is the name of Amentia. She's one of the dancers with us, right? And is actually now relocated to Temple Mother Earth. So, you know, everything not over here, but we're in the process of moving. We've been staying over here for the past, it lasts strong. So, and so got to ride back with her. And she's been talking about this event called Tune Up. You know, the first one she had, it was in Norfolk. She's like, I want you to come out there, like in Norfolk. Child, you crazy. But now, on the way back, she said they have one at Everlasting Life. Like maybe June or something like that. And what it is, what she said, that this tune-up is all sound frequencies. Music, all different genres of music, sound bowls, binary beats, you know, everything for the solar plexus chakra. This time on the solar plexus. They did the root chakra. So a tune-up is everything for that frequency. And it's done like Saturday night from like start at 10 o'clock. And so her king, her mate, was like, man, this is awesome. How'd you come up with the idea? She's like, gotta call him because this is his idea. You know, she's just helping to, you know. And so called him. He was like, bro, this is, bro. You know, they millennials in their 30s, about 20, 30s. He was like, bro, you know, I want to go out and party, but I don't like the environment. So they're young. So he was like, why not create, you go out at the same time, and it's straight vibration, straight healing, and it's for a chakra. He's like, yo. And was like, we love to have that here at the temple, because, you know, we're the high priest over here now, you know, so we have a little opportunity to bring people in. And she was like, you know, I saw something about the Temple Mother Earth on Facebook, you know, online, and it's like, it'd be cool to do something there. She said, then I saw you was there. And it was like, oh, I'm going to talk to Master Chef about it. And so last night on the ride home after the event, we talked about when they do the heart chakra, maybe coming here to Temple Mother Earth, everything about the color green, incense for that chakra, and all the sounds for that heart chakra. And because, you know, we're a psychedelic church here, the thing is, we want to do a cacao ceremony. And cacao is a ceremony, sacred plant. In its purest form, it's a heart opener. It's good for that heart. And so this happened on the ride home and watch this, from the gig. And before the gig, just so happened to open up the festival, they had a master come. And so they had only four people, all the people in the festival, you know, like 3 or 4 different festival groups. My person was one of the 4 people to play for the mask. The same thing. And yesterday, for the opening, the mask was like, I'm going to give you a bell because your bell couldn't really hit a bell. The mask like, I need to hit that bell to go in the trance and do my thing because he's spreading the spirit around for the people. He need to get in that trance. And so yesterday, my person was like, okay, you know, it's big. When we played the sound bowl, the box, we in a closed room because ain't nobody supposed to see who's behind the mask. So we like in our own, everybody else sharing dressing rooms. We in our own private room with the mask. And then we was having conversations about, you know, this, that, and the other. My person broke the singing bowl out, and the brother on the mask got on his knees right there in front of the bowl, who was playing at his crown chakra. This all happened yesterday. And then after the event, like after we did our thing, he was like, "Glad you did that because the energy was so high. Most of the drummers was young drummers, and they got this energy, and they fast, and everything got to be fast and upbeat. And he has to get in that spirit vibe. So he had this little bowl in the green room, was playing it. He resonated with it, shared how much it benefited him because he did this mass, and it was a whole nother level with that. And then the performance, and then after the ride home, she was like, then looking to reach out to the temple. Then you over there. Then talk to the brother. He was like, man, this is 10 o'clock. We started at 10 o'clock. Young folks need somewhere to go. And it's just straight everything with that stuff. Like, bruh. So that's how, we still feeling that vibe, man. We still feeling that vibe. And it's just one day.
Right.
Man. So, yeah. Yeah, and just want to say, just a testament to, just have the discipline to, because the energy is high. People realize energy is a lot going on. And for the past, at least 10 years, been so disciplined about self that able to actually ride the energy, and be an example of it's not too late to start your own discipline. Because as soon as you start your discipline, things start to get a little easier. You may be going good. You may have seem like something major go back, but it's to carry you so far forward. But as long as you have that discipline, so the discipline things just moving. So
right,
it literally moving. Mm-hmm.
I met some drum masters yesterday that told me that they have a Sunday drumming going on at 3:00 around the world, and I told them it lined up with U360 or with Needham Baya and Meridian Hill Park.
Right.
Because what they were saying is that that healing, what they're doing on Sundays at 3 is tapping into, once everybody's gotten out of church and all that good stuff, but basically a spiritual healing for the planet. So, the drum, like you said, is definitely becoming more and more recognized and banding together around the world. Drummers of the world unite,
Right.
On all kinds of platforms. But yeah, I had called one to come on today, which I wanted him to speak with you in reference to that. Doesn't look like he's going to make it. And Chief Tomahawk says he had something to do as well, so he'll be back. But beautiful recognition. It is speeding up. How you feeling as a drummer and connected to the spirit, Bro Law? I didn't mean to interrupt. Sound like you was ready to tell your stories too.
Oh, I'm feeling great. I've been playing since the beginning. Actually, I was beating on the walls and beating on pots and pans, beating on the stair steps. My mom's. She said, "I'm gonna get you some drums." Cause, I was always beating. I remember I was 10 years old when I got my first drum set, and yeah, I never looked back, but I never back then never looked at it as a spiritual thing, right? And she was always trying to get me to go to school to read drums and all that. But I would just listen to a song and I could pick up just by listening, right? So I thought school was a waste of time. Taking time for me being in them streets. So that's how that went. But later on, I learned, if you learn how to read, you can just get a job quicker. As far as if someone need a drum, you just pull out the sheet music, boom, boom, boom. And but as I got older, then I got into like the spiritual part, and that really wasn't on a drum set. That was like when playing the congas. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. That's the skin.
Yeah, that's when I just stopped. I never played congas with anybody, but I used to always play around the house and go outside. And I just feel the connection to it, and I noticed when like you could be feeling depressed or you can have thoughts on your mind, and you can just start listening to music or playing the congas or anything, singing a song, and it can change the mood, you know. And that's what I do about music. That's why I Chick, when he came off of that event from yesterday, he could be still actually riding high on that event because it takes you to a frequency. And what my experience is, you feel so good leaving a genre or wherever you was performing at, you be riding high. Then the next day you be still on that high. But then when you start dealing with worldly events, it start taking away from that. You feel me?
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
it could just deplete you till everything gone. And then you gotta recharge again. You feel me? So, that's when the singing bowls come in, that's when the stages or the polysantes come in, that's when all the spiritual tools come in because this world it depletes you from riding high, as I should say.
Remember that song? I'm riding high.
Yeah.
I'm loving down a donkey. I
that,
think that
that
was talking about the spirit too, even though they,
yeah, it was. If you think about it, it's taking you out of this 3D. Whenever people used to use drugs and weed or alcohol, what they doing, they trying to escape, the 3D.
Yeah.
When I used to go into movie theaters, I'd be like, yeah, I'm about to leave this world for a couple of hours, and I enter the world or whoever did this movie, I'm going into their world, and hopefully it'll be a pleasant experience. Just leave this world. And then once you leave that movie theater, it's back to reality. You feel me? Or back to their reality. Because I be bending reality now. I be picking and choosing what I
but
want
you
to say is real. You feel me?
Oh yeah. Speak on
right.
that. Yeah.
Versus what
Speak
they
on
say.
that. Yeah.
But I really think that we just didn't know the potential. See, we've been using it as recreational, but these recreational influences, drugs or whatever, they have a spiritual meaning or usage if we know how to apply them. See,
So
but we so used, but you talk about 3D. How about breaking free to 5D?
Right.
that's what we doing.
So I really
That's what
think
we
that,
doing.
right. So I think we've upgraded. We now know that as with our wisdom, that you can actually intend it to be in the good place with these influences and use them for spiritual elevation and connection, to break out the shell, to break the wall down from this to that. That's my thought. That's where I'm at. Because you as a child, I did childish things. Now as an adult, I apply it with my wisdom. Ashe.
I'll tell you.
That's my thought.
Okay, yeah. I mean, everybody got they different, I say, remedies uh, to work what will make them work. Because what work for you might not work for the next man, but will never work for the next man. It's like it's pick and choose. There's a lot of stuff out here. Um, I learned when I was like 13, right? And I used to do like this real fast, like breathing in and out real fast and deep. That would give me like
Uh oh. Uh oh.
you feel me? Back then I was saying like make me feel dizzy or make me feel high or make me, but later on in life I'm learning you can do that in meditation to get to a certain level. But back then I
Uh
didn't know
oh.
nothing about no meditation at 13. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
there's different things out here, and your spirit guides can, you know, I believe just like your higher self knows everything, and you're just learning as you go, and they revealing things to you as you go. Um, and now yeah, I'm at the point where anything is possible, and then that take me to that scripture where it say, um, if you can do anything if you just believe. You feel me?
Right. Right.
Yeah. And speaking your existence And I heard a guy the other day talking about, he don't really do or shouldn't really do mantras because if you living in a 1 bedroom apartment and you speaking all these things about you living in a big mansion and this and that, and then when you come out your meditation, you face that, you get depressed and woo woo woo. Nah, I say keep saying that because you putting that out there in the atmosphere, and we all know that energy can never be destroyed. So once you put it out there, you doing something else. That energy's still working for you, you know.
Yeah.
And yeah, so that's why I say we're all on different levels of learning and experiencing things. So when I see people talking to themselves or say they hearing voices or this and that, they ain't crazy. They just in a different dimension, or just you know what I mean. They doing
They
something
tuned in to other.
somebody else might have to take some drugs to get there when they already there. But society will put them in a crazy house and say they delusional or what have you. But
Because they're operating contrary to their illusion and their plan. The plan is for everyone to be the masses to be in the mold that they've set for us, the parameters, so you
right,
can't
right,
think outside of this box, because then you'll set your mind free and have the freedom to go where you want and do what you want and be in your own will. They
right,
want you under their will, with these fake laws and regulations and things that aren't on the Constitution, and that discombobulate us, because there people naturally have all these spiritual gifts. But if we are taught something from childhood, from infancy, what was that? One of those that said, "Give me your child until he's 7," you know, and
right.
they basically are teaching all that stuff away from us. They're
Mm-hmm.
from us as we develop, and so that we won't develop those skills. But some people just naturally have those skills and continue to have those skills, and that's who ends up in. It depends on how they use it, but you can either end up in the crazy house, or some people, they use them and keep them to themselves, and elevate their position, just because
Right,
they
right.
they may have some guidance, or they may just go follow their
They use
spirit
it to their
enough to
favor.
be able to
Yeah, they use it to their favor.
in their favor. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's why your shamans come from. And they have abilities. And they see things. And you can, like you say, you can think you're crazy, but you ain't crazy. You just start keeping stuff to yourself, and hopefully you can use it to better your life. That's what I do. I just try to use everything uh, to better me and by experiencing while I'm here.
That's it. That's it. Yeah, and by doing that, you're being the example.
Yep.
The best thing you can do is be the example of what you want to, what your change you want to see. Be the change, but be the example.
Be the example. Yeah. Lead by example.
Did we have a topic on today's show, or it was just for like freestyling?
Freestyle today, ain't no topic. It's
Oh, okay,
we're
cool.
gonna say it early. Yeah, so
Yeah, it usually is a topic, but I wouldn't mind just speaking on whatever's on our mind. But I do want to address the fact that we're in the voting season, and there's a lot that's going on that
Well,
we are being bombarded with at this time of the year. Right now there's a lot of folks bidding for your attention, folks vying for your attention, wanting to put themselves on your mind, want your most valuable real estate. They want you to go out and be motivated to actually put them in position to represent some of the things. I don't know, this political system, I'm not going to speak to how well it works or doesn't work. I'm just going to say this is that time now where everybody is using this time of heated energy. This is the time when energy is very vibrant right now. This is the beginning of the summer. It's right after this Memorial Weekend, which was a vortex, which was a time when we were supposed to be remembering our veterans, remembering those who were in war for us, remembering those who have gone on into ancestry. So, it's almost as though, so last week we called them into position and elevated their energy. And so now this week, and this is what always happens, I've noticed around election time, they put it around a very high energy vortex, cosmological vortex. Uh, we vote just before Veterans Day, that final vote. Is it so? And this one is the beginning of the summer, and that one is the ending of the year when the Druids call it the end of their spiritual year. So I don't know. I just think that we need to vote for ourselves. We need to be in charge of our own ship. We need to captain our own course. We are, most of us
Okay.
in this call are, but I'm just spreading the word that yes, let's share that. I'm president. I'm president of my kingdom, queen, goddess, and president of
Right.
my own kingdom. And things are going really well. The campaign trail, the more I speak on, just like you said a moment ago, Chef, the more I'm staying focused. And that's actually what the chief that was online just a minute ago, he said he was having signal trouble. But when I speak with him and I say, "Hey, what you up to?" He said, "Staying focused." So that's the main thing I think that has helped to activate what's going on around me is actually getting back to the focus, which is what my mission is: staying on course, looking for the signs and symbols that continue to pop up, whether it's in the spirit realm or the 3D physical realm. But fact is, I'm really I'm really happy for the position that I currently see myself moving closer and closer to.
Yeah, because
So,
I hadn't voted since I don't know. I know I hadn't voted. I think the last time I voted is when Obama ran. But
Obama,
after that, I took my voters out of that system. Feel me? And I
yeah,
remember a conversation I was having with my mother, right? And she was talking about, make sure I get out there and go out there and vote. And I told her I ain't vote since. Oh, you can't do that. All these people died for the rights and this and that. And that. I say, look, I say, when I was 18 years old, um, you told me to, go register to vote, and I did that. And I registered as a Democrat, right?
Right.
Been voting. I'm now 61 all my life, and shit's still bad for black people. You feel me? Um,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? I'm like, when is it gonna change? You put these people in office, and don't nothing change. I still had to get up and go to work. You know, I I say so. I'm done basically. Because when you participate in that, that's keeping their system running. You know what I'm saying? Keeping their system intact. They might can do some things here and there uh, for your race of people, and then somebody else get in the office and take away what they done did. It's just like a game. You feel me? So no, I'm into dismantling their system. So how do you
right.
do that? You gotta come out of that system. You know,
Yep.
That's it.
people
Separate yourself.
people people in the sports, people into this, all that stuff is entertainment. And
Hmm.
you entering into something. Once you get in there, what they taming something, right? And what they
Right.
taming your mentality, entertainment. You understand what I'm saying? So once you know these things, uh, you just gotta speak your words out on crashing the system. Ain't no other way. Some people want to hold on to it. They want to pick and choose, but if you're in it, you supporting it. Ain't
right.
really no other way to look at it.
That's right.
I mean, in my book, I mean, I would like I said, everybody got their own, you know, choices. You know, like they can go out. We got to vote and get this, and you got to do. You know, I don't knock them either. So, you know, but at the end of the day, I looked at my whole life and where we at still on the polls. You know, I mean, how long they're not gonna get the power. You want the power, you got to take the power. If I had the power, I wouldn't give it away. You feel me? What makes you think they gonna give it away?
Right.
They give you some crumbs
It's a
in there.
game.
Yeah, they give you some crumbs in there when they thinking you getting fed up. And Tupac said years ago, he said, you know, my generation or generation before me, they was, you know, can you please give me some food, right? And then his generation, they looking in the windows, see them people at the table with all kinds of food on the table, eating good. We knocking on the door trying to let us in. He said, but this generation after us, they ain't knocking. We kicking the door in and coming in and taking what we want. And that's where it's going. That's where it's at. You see all them kids running up in them shopping centers now and just running
Yeah.
out the store. Yeah, man. You know,
Right. Right. Yeah. What else?
yeah,
What you
man.
say? Right.
But the older generation
Yes,
that was
man.
programmed to, they just doing what they was programmed to do. You know, you can't really
Yeah.
get mad at them. That's the program. You know, our
Yeah.
kids on a whole different, like, you know, you got kids, you know, that we telling them go to college, get your education, woo woo woo. And then you got people got their education, got their degree, can't even get a job in their field. You know,
Right.
so
Yeah.
you know, and and,
Yeah.
and, and we keep coming back. Is this world gonna be what we make it? You know, and we here, we
Exactly.
got to. We want change, we got to change, man.
Exactly.
You know, want something different, you
And
got to do something different, right? If you want different results,
right. And there's more
so
than one world.
yeah. So
There's more than one world.
yeah, so you know, it's just funny. You know, she brought up the voting thing. So
Right.
if we could tap into some of
Yeah.
that
People in
energy.
that world vote on.
Look, tap into some of that energy and transmute it.
Yeah. There it is.
Yeah. So
Mm-hmm.
that's why I'm at. You know, with the voting thing. So
Yeah. Yeah, we on the same page with that voting thing, Same page, same philosophy. So
well, okay, cool.
yeah. What else you got, precious mother love? Oh, she checked out.
Yeah, I don't see it.
Oh, there she go. Okay, we see her backstage. She must have that signal issue as
It's like
well.
it's her thing is buffering. She might be in a
Hmm.
bad area.
Oh yeah, she says she down at the Anacostia at the Black Yacht Club down there.
Oh, okay, she out and about. She got out
Yeah.
and about earlier.
Uh-huh.
Get up later on, make me some tea. Um, you surfing the web.
No, no, just bringing the chief back in and seeing the pressures back on there.
Oh, okay.
Uh-huh. And every now and again, just go check the Instagram feed. Going live on Instagram too.
Oh, okay, cool.
Hmm. Yeah.
This was just an hour long, 2 hours.
Just about an hour and a half, roughly.
Okay.
Give or take. Depending on what's going on today. Probably about another half hour. If that depends on what's on everybody's mind. What the
Right.
flow is like. Because there's
I
supposed to
got
be
you.
another event going on at 1 o'clock in the same space. And sometimes, they may want to come a little early before 1 o'clock. So we may end, at least by 12:30. Look to end this podcast by 12:30 today.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Hmm. Some type of psychedelic thing they got going on.
Okay. Okay.
She said that they're gonna give us a relocation fee.
I mean, let me.
Uh, yeah, usually, there is at least one topic, throw something out there. They were just like, just open it up, at least one Sunday, just
Right,
whatever's
right,
ever. Yeah.
right, right.
Uh-huh.
Whatever would be.
Yeah,
H2I2I.
yeah. That's it. Yeah. But back to
I'm back. I'm sorry.
that manifesting thing, we want you to sit on that a little bit more. You create your reality, because, that's, that sounds so simple, but it seems as though a lot of people, might have a challenge with it. Any insight you can, leave on, what does that look like for you? How do you work that thing, brother?
I could barely hear you. Say that one more time. But seeing Mother Love seemed like she was coming in and out too.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, just asking about on that manifestation piece you spoke about earlier.
Uh huh.
You know, yeah, well, just seeing you got a little more juice, a little more weight you can put on that thing.
Manifesting.
Yeah,
Oh,
man.
the manifestation. That's we all manifest,
Uh
uh,
huh.
whether we know it or not. That's why I tell people to watch what they say out their mouth. Watch the thoughts that they entertain, because people can send thoughts. You can speak things out. I hear a lot of people speaking ill on themselves, and I'm like, why would you even do that? Oh, it's just a habit. It's a habit you need to break, because you actually create your reality. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Your belief system. Why do you think they have television to program you to get? Like, I'm gonna give you an example. Okay, say you married, right, and you come home and you catch your spouse or somebody cheating on you, right?
Uh huh.
And then you ask most people, they'll be like, "Well, I'm gonna kill that person. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that." Right?
Right.
That's because we've been programmed that way, because we see it in movies and on TVs.
Oh,
Why
yeah.
don't you just see that and say, "Well, both of you deserve each other. I'm going on with the rest of my life. I'm not gonna kill you and spend the rest of my life in jail. Then you dead, and she out here looking for another victim." You feel me? But you've been programmed to think that way. You feel me? So
Right.
they know this stuff. Everything is a program. You can see about when people say, "Oh, you remember this movie?" Like something might happen in life, and they say, "Okay,
Right.
yeah, you remember this movie?" And then they both, "Oh yeah, I remember that movie." And that, because that's the program. You feel me?
Uh
Some
huh.
people know movies word for word, the scripts, what they saying and everything, right? And that's how you can base your life around it versus stepping outside of that program. You feel me? And do what's best for you. So manifestation, you want to be on a high frequency at all times. If your life going good and you feeling good and it's blissful and everything, why do you think people that's living that life keep negative people away from them? Because once you change your frequency, you leaving. Like being rich is a frequency. Being a millionaire, that's a frequency. You
Yeah.
understand what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
say for instance, millionaires, you be seeing them going riding their big cars, going to the opera, uh, listening to them high pitched notes, woo, and all that.
Right.
That's a
Right. Right.
frequency.
Right.
You
Uh,
feel what I'm saying? And
sure.
they little clubs, you know, they just don't be hanging anywhere. They go to their little yacht clubs or wherever they go to, and they have you gotta have uh, uh, it's like a membership.
Yeah. Exclusive
Anybody
membership.
just can't go there. You feel me? All that
Right.
is for a reason. They vibe and they want everybody on their same vibe. You just can't roll up in there, you know. And they do mostly the same things, So they do that to maintain frequency. You come out that joint with somebody and see most of the time with people that's close to you gets you off your frequency, be your family members, loved ones, and you keep the outsiders out, but then you let the loved ones in, and they tearing you down because that's that energy working through them. You feel me?
Man, yeah.
So you gotta like Yahshua Jesus say, "Who is my mother? Who is my brother? Those that
Mm,
do the work for me." You feel me? So if you
mm.
outside that frequency and you trying to maintain frequency, I mean, you can do that once you use that concept, right? But just notice, like they say, like-minded people, um, and everybody's their own universe. So if I'm doing this and I come over to you, shit, some people universe is hellish. Some people so wrapped up in the low frequency, they ain't trying to come out the root chakra.
That's
You know
right.
what I mean? So we
That's
all
right.
manifest, whether we manifested from the root or from the crown. We're here. That's what we're on this earth for, to manifest. So when we want to raise our frequency, is another earth right here. You ain't got to go nowhere. It's
yes,
right here. You feel me?
sir. Yes,
It's
sir.
gonna be around like-minded people, and them other
Yeah.
people gonna be still there. You just ain't gonna see them. You feel me? You got quantum jumping. You got all this stuff, man, that we don't know about. But as you wake up, you're gonna start to hearing bits and pieces of it. You feel me? It's up to you to do the work
Uh-huh.
to put them bits and pieces together and get to know your higher self, because they here to guide you and to help you and your angels and stuff. So um, when you start speaking these things into existence, right, then it start manifesting. So everybody manifests. It's just you don't know whether you're doing or not. And once you know it, then you can start to say, well, I want this, I want that. And it's not going to jump really overnight, because if it jump overnight, you're going to lose what you got, because you ain't put the work in to get it and then learn the things you got to do to keep it. You feel me?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
That discipline. Yep.
yeah,
Uh-huh.
and that's what it takes, and willpower and all that. You might say you want this and want that, but you ain't built or cut from that cloth to keep it once you get it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You may win a lottery ticket $1 million, but you'll be broke again within a year. They say,
Yeah. Everybody gonna be
absolutely
around you
time.
wanting this and wanting that, because you
Right.
don't even know money is a tool, to free you
Right.
up, to make you want to live the life you want to live, not just to spend. Some people just pockets get the itching, if they know they
Right.
got something in the bank. They don't know how to sit on money. You know. So yeah.
You know. Yeah. Just made a deeper connection. Well, again, we're on the same page. Very similar books. The title may be different, but there's a similar story. Two things you said that stood out. One was you said the earth, and tied into manifest and how everything is here on earth. We came here to manifest.
Right.
Been holding that perspective for a few years now that you know why you know earth is so delicious because again the infiniteness of the all shows up here at earth. It shows up here, and if it
Mm-hmm.
ain't here yet, it will be. But because it's already there, it's infinite. So when you bring that piece about manifesting, one of the things that as a unique expression of the all to
Right.
either to enjoy whatever's manifest and to add our own uniqueness to it so that it becomes our own and we will manifest our own uniqueness from either what's already been created or if it ain't been done before, we just create it because everything, everything, infinite potential shows up here as above, so below. And this is the place to fully experience, to fully feel it because of the way it's set up, because of time and space, because it appears to be separate. And by it appearing to be separate, it allows us to actually feel, we, you know, every
Individual.
right. We feel the process. We talk about the process of manifestation. You got to stick to the discipline. And a good analogy of that is either eating food and or physical intimacy called sex, physical sex. Both are very similar because they involve the foreplay. And foreplay leading up to the play, and then the afterplay. We just you feeling it there, the ripple effect. What happened now? All that trinity happens in time and space. This earth, because without this earth, it'll be instant. So
Right.
we wanted to experience to build up to it. And the thing is, this way it is key because it works both ways. That's why you say about manifesting. But you are manifesting. And if your experiences, if you're not enjoying the foreplay of your shit, if you're like, damn, you bite the nipple too hard, baby, don't them teeth, put the teeth in your mouth. Whatever analogy you got to put the motherfucking foreplay going on, you're like, ow, that hurts. That's because you ain't doing shit right. You got to pay attention to what you're manifesting.
Right.
Take it away from sex, but the sex is a good analogy because if you start to enjoy that foreplay, that's how you know you're on the right path.
And let me add this. I want to add this to that as far as like use the analogy.
Go ahead.
Use the analogy of sex.
Right.
I'm gonna use the analogy of music. When you experience something, right, or you go through something,
right,
you experienced it. Then now you want to write it down what you experienced, and you maybe write it down as a poem. Then you might want to put that poem down and write it down as a song, right? Then now you want to get a melody for that song in your head.
Right.
Then you get that melody, right? That's like a foreplay with a song because you about to create something. And then once you create this song and you're going through the process, that's another, you got to enjoy the process, right? Because once it's finished, it's done, right? What Chuck say, I feel like a brand new groove. Whoa, whoa, ain't nothing like a brand new song that's cranking. You feel me?
Man.
So,
that you created it, Yeah.
Yeah, and then once you do that, the after effects of that would be you got other people loving your song and singing the song that you created. You feel me?
Yeah.
So all that's a process. You feel me?
Energizing your groove.
Yeah.
Energizing whatever that energy is that you're trying to portray in that song. That's why I don't sing certain songs.
In 10 years from now, you can play that same song and it can take you back, to a whole that reality. You capture that moment.
You got time and space. Yeah.
You feel me? Yeah, so you got the music, you got the sense. It's just like anything down here on earth is we got experience. We here even breathing air, drinking water, tasting, all these different senses we got.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Right.
It's abundance. You feel me?
Abundance.
But you gotta recognize that. The key is a lot of people don't recognize it.
That part.
Thank you for sharing that. Thank you for sharing that because first off, I say I don't sing certain songs for that same reason and that energy of what the energy might have been when they portrayed that song. But secondly, you just told me what the magic is, what I see in Michelle. Because Michelle will freak a song.
Right.
Michelle will freak the heck out of a song.
Right.
And I was looking at her energy when she performs as if, wow, she's like on fire when she's singing, and she just flows in that energy. And so you just gave me a lesson in how to potentially put myself into that kind of groove.
Right. Yep.
Because I had not heretofore thought in the manner that what you just spoke. And so I appreciate you sharing that because
my high self told me that a long time ago. I just sometimes I wake up in the morning and I just be laying in bed, and then that's when I just get downloads. I really need to just stop writing stuff down or putting it in my phone because it break it down to you like you can really understand it. You feel me? And once I get a good one like that, I just hold on to it. And that's just like music. That's what music is. You know, that's where everything is if you can look at it like that. You feel me? All the bad stuff is because um, we're not looking at something right. I would think, or not treating something right, or we looking
Not
at it.
tuning into it.
Yeah, not really understand. We're looking at it like snobbish, or the ego, looking at it from the ego, or you know what I'm saying. And like I say, I tell people we need our ego because if we didn't have an ego, you know, we really be messed up. God gave us an ego for a reason. We
That's
just
right.
got to know when to use it and how to use it. You feel me?
That's right.
That,
Right, right.
that somebody come up on you or say you working hard to establish something, right? And then someone, an adversary, move and you getting a lot of people to join your company, and they get jealous because they don't have the numbers you have, and they come at you to destroy you um, with words. You better have an ego to defend yourself. You feel me? You are that. You are that great person. You are that. I don't really trying to cuss in the morning. You are that nigga. You are that bitch. You are the shit. And you can't think
You
like
are
that
it.
without having ego. You feel me? So boom, don't get rid of your
Yeah.
ego. Just know when to use it, when to pull it out. You feel me? And it's also time to be humble. You know,
That's right.
pull that out. You feel me? Everything is tools to use to get you in the space where you want to be. You just gotta, look at everything and try to learn from it. You know, I do. Because at first, when my boss told me everything is about spirituality, it dropped religion. I was like, huh? I feel some kind of way. And then once I thought about it, all religions is man-made.
Yeah.
You feel me? Spirituality is God-made. You feel me? So, which one you gonna go with? You gonna go with the spirit, or you gonna go with the religion? Religion got some good stuff. All I'm supposed to be, it really teaching love, but they're not practicing it. You
Right.
feel me? They're supposed to be teaching love, but they look at you uh, cross-eyed. You go up in a church and full
Yeah.
of white people, and you the only black in there. You gonna feel the energy on you. What he doing in here? He's supposed to be over here. You feel me? It is what
Yeah.
it is. So,
They
and
practice that conditional love.
yeah, that agape. But that's the key. And I think when people get together and then they get a reverend in there or a prophet in there, and everybody start looking at them and take their eyes off of God. You feel me? And
Right.
then he
Mm.
get in his ego. Because it's easy to do that. You know, and when you do that, you can become self-centered. I never understood why
Mm.
they always be in the church talking about the first lady. Nah, that's your first lady. That ain't my first lady. Why I'm calling her first lady? You feel me? But they honor her and be doing all kinds of crazy stuff up there. So I ain't gonna go down that road right now.
Right.
So, all right. So
Yeah.
somebody want to take
Yeah,
the
well,
ball?
I want to go back to where Shep was speaking on comparing it to food,
Mm-hmm.
to when you're eating,
Yeah.
Right.
so
Uh-huh.
when it gets mouth watering, um, just to go back to the fact that there's some foreplay in the process of satisfying the body nutritionally.
Right.
Yeah.
So when you get
Yeah.
to a place where you are satisfied, your taste buds, the aroma, is fragrant, it becomes mouth watering, that's to me tantalizing your senses,
Yeah.
exciting you mentally at that point, because when you start thinking about it, it's like getting ready and set, and your juices are flowing, you know.
Yeah.
And
You're
cutting
getting
up that
moist,
lettuce,
baby. You're getting moist.
cutting up that lettuce, chopping up them tomatoes and just in the kitchen getting everything together. You know, to me that would be the foreplay of that. You feel me?
Yeah.
Right.
Or even if you got a garden and you going out there picking from your garden.
Picking.
You
Yeah,
feel me?
man.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
So in that
Oh,
case, it's similar to where not a ritual or a spiritual ceremony, but basically you are like when a witch puts her recipe together to say this is going to do this, this is going to heal the person, or it's going to put them in a good energy place. So I say
right.
witch, I'm talking about a good witch, right? But someone who is an energy worker, or someone who is pays attention to the elements, all those elements have an energetic position within the final result. And so once you engage into the morsels of whatever it is that you put together, it has that recipe gives you fulfills a certain, like I said, the book of recipes, or the book of spells, or the book of how to get to that place, to that energy. So to me, I never thought of it in that way either. So both you guys have put some new connections together for me with engaging my senses,
Right.
right.
and incorporating them into the results for the specific result I'm looking for,
Right.
to fulfill what my goal is. So if the goal is to heal, or if the goal is to re-energize, or if the goal is to, just tantalize, just full out, fuck it up,
Right, right, right.
you know, to please the body,
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think I never took that into the consideration, but some people use food in a sexual way.
That's right. Music too. Shit. Everything is sex.
Oh
That's
yeah. Was
why.
the
That's why.
Ivy Brothers?
Yeah.
That's why what?
That's why. Some ways to describe that blissful feeling of nirvana, the abyss, samadhi. They call it orgasmic. You see, orgasmic experience,
Oh
ecstasy.
yeah.
This feeling of
Hmm.
ecstasy and bliss when you're in that state of nirvana, bliss, energetically. And just to recap St. Augustine, who just walked in about 10 minutes ago. These different analogies that we're using about the process. Everything is foreplay and sex, because it's all entanglement. It came from stemming from Earth. That's how great Earth is, because everything in the multiverse ends up here, as above, so below. And the reason why it's so great to be here on Earth is because we can experience the process of it. Because when we
Right.
come from, we came to Earth. And when we came from, it wasn't no process. It was like you saw the shit you did. Hey, we
Right.
already doing it. Bam. Okay, what you want to do next? Oh, we already doing that too. But now, what
Right.
you want to do? Okay, you ready? It's going to be so fun. Let's build the excitement building up to it and driving down the highway to the beach. It's a 3 hour
Right.
drive, an hour in, man. An hour away. And you smell the ocean, you smell that water. We got our snacks together, got food together, So all these
Right.
different analogies of how we enjoy the process of the multiverse. Just it seemed like one thing at a time, one thing at a time, enjoying everything. Ideally, till we get to the point where we mastered enjoying one thing at a time, we now enjoy everything at the same time. So boom! Now that's that lucid vibration, which we're working our way up to by first enjoying everything and it is now time. And when my person say everything, this is personal. As a child of God, and as a God, as a child you are God, as a child of God, why not enjoy everything? Because everything came from I and I. So everything is I and I's creation. So whether it's so-called good or so-called bad, so-called positive, so-called negative, the love, the unconditional love says we love it unconditionally. And if you love something, there's some type of enjoyment. Enjoy just because you're expressing yourself. My person may disagree with how you express yourself. And we wouldn't do that shit. That's fucked up. But we celebrate that you're expressing yourself unconditionally. So do that over there. We'll do this over here. We love you. And so with that vibration, personally speaking, and accepting everything in this time and space allows also for better manifestation. This is like what Ghost was saying about we're here to manifest. And manifesting is about enjoying the process. So we begin to say, okay, what do we want to manifest? Then what's the process to do that? And once we start doing that, we, by honoring ourselves in that process, we naturally begin to accept other people's processes and whatever they want to manifest, whether we agree with it or not.
Yep, that's where they at and they walk, you know what I mean, in their journey.
Recap, yeah.
Yeah, so.
Hey guys, at the top of the show, I did not do this, and I some kind of way I always, when I jump on, I forget to say it. But thank you for my Heart Happy Hour audience for joining us on Soulful Sunday. Thank you, Brother Law, and thank you, High Priest Master Chef.
Yeah, and Saint Augustus, he's here. He go right there. About to, we sit here listening, spin up a bit because another event's coming up. They want to make sure everything is, whatever. But you're good, yeah. Go ahead,
yeah.
Conversation. I'm just gonna yeah, man. Talk to Bro Law. Bro Law. This young brother here. He's President of the Love. So don't think you better. Maybe online the last time.
I haven't been able to be acquainted with you all in the physical, but I'm grateful for existing in this space and time with y'all. I've been processing a lot of the analogies and
yeah, man.
Well, welcome and thank you.
Yeah. I'm just feeling through the, yeah, exactly. Feeling through the cycle.
Okay. All right, so Ghost, how did the show go yesterday? I saw you got the Michelle is a finalist at the Apollo.
Yeah, it went great. I basically just focused on her. I did a little bit at the beginning as far as the songs and in the Bible, how we could use them to better our life. I wrote a bunch of them down, but I ain't spent too much time on that because I wanted to jump in and just capture her experience and everything when she went to New York, being that was her first time, and she's decided. And basically, I already know she can go back and come back with the title, but
wow,
she got to know it. I can know it all day.
Yeah.
But she has to know it for herself. So
See it for herself, yeah.
So that's what I'm
I think she do. I don't think she would have went out there to do all that if she didn't see herself in that position. But she just needed some further encouragement.
I was getting from her on the, because I know her personally. It was like she was giving, because she said she was shocked when they called her for the final 3. Her mother said, you should have seen the look on your face. So in my mind, I'm thinking she has to, remember I told you got to be that person. You got to know that, so I guess after the compliment, she started to see that. Because she's real humble. She's like real humble person. And
she might have heard somebody up there singing and she's like, oh wow, she's great. But then she might have compared her to herself and say, oh, she might be a smidgen better than me or something in that mindset.
Yeah,
but just to
like
say,
a lot of times you can be your worst critic too. I think I'm my worst critic. You feel me? But
yeah. But she's very confident. I have every confidence in her.
When she hit that stage, when we was talking about earlier, once that spirit set in, it's done. She might be that certain way, but when that alter ego set in, boom. You feel me?
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
When the
You're
spirit
not you no
breaks
more.
loose.
You that your alter ego set in, and yeah, and you look back at your clips, you be like, wow, I did that. You feel me?
I will be honest. There are times that I have heard music and I'm like, who is that? And they're like, that's you. And I'm like, what? I had
Yeah,
no idea I sounded like that, you
but
know.
that's
And
how Beyonce was talking about shots of furious and all that. You know,
oh,
there's a certain time when you performing that boom, it
I'm
ain't you
good.
no more. You know what I mean? That spirit is
yeah,
so down in there. So
Never
yeah,
listen to that.
like I told her, you can bring it back. You just got to know it for yourself. Pick the right song.
right.
You know,
See it for
um,
herself.
yeah, and just go
Yeah,
not with just the singing. Go with the performance. Go with the dress code. That night you are the star of that show. You feel me? Treat everybody.
right.
If you want something, you got to do something different. You can't get something sticking to the same format.
Keep
So,
doing the same thing.
so
Yeah,
yeah,
kept expecting a different result. Yeah,
yeah. So you got to
No,
look
it's
at
not.
people that did it before you, how they did it, and you got to become.
we can
Feel me?
hear you guys very clearly in the background.
Oh, my bad. Okay. Spirulina monsters.
Spirulina monsters. They did a waterfall. Ah, we're gonna put this thing on music
Yeah,
time here.
you know what I'm saying. So
Yeah.
I feel confident in her. You know what I'm saying.
Yeah,
And I
I
told her
felt
this
like
too. I say for instance, you got 10 people, right? Everybody
I thought
always
they
look
were gonna press mute.
at. Let's how I look at stuff. Like say you got 10 people, right? Um, you ain't got, and everybody always look at the world, say the best of the world. If you enter,
Hello, Ashe, Brala. I can't hear nothing. Are you hearing us?
Yeah,
uh,
some have them slow
Oh,
mic.
you just got to be better than them 10 people. You feel me?
okay,
Back.
now I can
Um,
hear us.
if you boxing, yeah, if you boxing, and it's like 5 people or 6 people, you ain't got to be better than everybody in the world. You just got to be better than them 6 people. You feel me? I'm real. We're always looking outside of the arena we in. So you just
Yeah,
it's down to 3 people. You ain't got to be better than everybody in the world. You just got to be
just
better
them
than some
three.
other 2 people. You feel me?
Okay, yeah,
Yeah,
for sure.
that's how I look at life. I look at life if I'm into something or challenging something or this and that. I just look at the people that's in that circle with me, and I just got to outshine them people, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then just to the next level. It's not like even like I say, the champion of the world when they talk about boxing, uh, and you fight your way to that spot. Only person you got to beat is better than that person you gonna fight. You feel me?
Right.
And anybody, I don't care how great they is, if you study them enough, and everybody got some kind of weakness. That's why Mike Tyson was so great. He beat people with the fear. Iron Mike Tyson coming in, and most people he fought, they were scared of him. The ones that really wasn't scared of him put that thing to him, like Holyfield, and that dude that actually whipped him when his mother had died. He said, "I'm gonna use this energy, and I'm gonna do this for my mom." You feel me? So
Yeah.
anybody can be got. It's all mental. Always remember that.
Yeah, Muhammad Ali was the same way. That's why he did his little poetry. Float like a
Yeah,
butterfly, sting like a bee. Ain't
yeah,
nobody pretty or as bad as me or whatever he was
yeah,
saying.
yeah. He used the words. He was casting
Yeah.
spells. You feel me?
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
and, so when them people got in there, they had to fight him mentally. He beat them mentally before he beat them physically. You
Right.
know,
Right. Because they ain't
so
had no comeback for his poetry.
that's how things is, man. And
Yeah.
you look at it spiritually, the better you are, the better you are off. You know,
Wow.
something just popped up.
Yeah, no bad parts. How internal family systems therapy can help you. IFS. Internal family system. Is that you, Master Chef?
Yeah, this is the event that's gonna be from 1 to 3. I'm gonna scroll down a little bit so you can see a better idea of it. It says yeah. And just read it's like, damn, this thing is just pretty happening. It says about this event right here. This 90-minute workshop, you'll learn about internal family systems, an evidence-based model of psychotherapy centered on the concept of natural multiplicity. Originating 40 years ago from a family therapist, IFS has revolutionized the way trauma-informed therapy interventions are taught, reversing psychology's fixation with identifying, labeling, and eradicating so-called symptoms of mental illness. Instead, IFS teaches that all of us have parts, sub-personalities, and these parts are really like little people living inside of us. We will discuss and practice how to develop a relationship to your parts based on curiosity, compassion, and clarity. Keith Miller, licensed social worker, I guess, has been a
Wow.
certified IFS psychotherapist for 15 years and is the founder and director of Calliope Health, a ketamine-assisted IFS therapy clinic in Bethesda, Maryland. Note, this presentation will include meditative exercises and the opportunity to share your experiences at your level of comfort with both another member of the group and or with the whole group. This is not a group therapy session.
Okay. Well, at the tone, the time will be 12:31. You said we were going to finish up at 12:30, so I guess maybe we can all have our final thoughts.
Yeah, we can, that's cool. Slowly wind this thing on down, and you know, yeah, we ain't got to end exactly now, but yeah, just at least if somebody start coming here, then we start winding out for sure. Then, but besides that, winding down now.
Okay. Well,
Yeah,
spiritually,
yeah,
it's been a wonderful conversation. I've learned a lot, and I appreciate you guys both. Both of you as drummers and men of the spirit and men of, I could say, the cloth. You both have a platform and a mission. And I appreciate you both for what you bring to my mind as new thoughts. You've planted some seeds, and I think I'm gonna be able to elevate utilizing what you have shared with me today. So I appreciate you both in helping me to become a happier heart so that I can attend to my heart happy hour with more insight and connection.
yeah, solid. And yeah, one here for the psychedelic. It's great. We're closing out this other meeting. Have a seat if you like, or go out there, sit out there. Okay. All right. Yeah, right on. Yeah. I want to say, bro, law, love you, bro. Love you, bro, law, And since that first connect coming over that first night, see the backyard, the event, that personal love, like, come on, bring it back.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
felt connected, and yeah, again, similar books, similar philosophy and everything. Maybe the only difference is, we did a lot of like maybe studying officially, got the, science and shit, been to these different people, but it just really just what it is, manifest. We love the back and forth. We come with different analogies on the same thing. Give the people different
Right.
the same thing. We make it even larger than what it is. So love these dialogues with you. Looking forward to doing more on more platforms, being invited to other people, larger platforms. Whatever. So
Right.
life, man.
Yeah, I also have one more thing I want to share because, Chef, you shared about what happened yesterday. For me, yesterday, I was able to go to eLife or Everlasting Life, the new life center. And they had a program yesterday. They honored two very special historians. Both of them, their last name is Jeffries. And they've traveled a lot and had a lot of history that they shared. And at the end of it, they asked for questions. And so my question was in reference to, I had seen some pastors or some religious persons kissing the feet of what looked like some African spiritual leaders. And I wondered what was the scenario, because they always put pictures up and they show you things and they let you come up with your own conclusion, or they lead you with the conclusion of whatever they want you to feel, think, or know. And so she said, I forget the first name of Miss Jeffries, but she said that what was happening was that there was supposed to be some exchange with them, that the African leaders or spiritual leaders were supposed to teach the pastors wanted to learn the secret to some voodoo magic. And so that was sort of a sign of a thank you for teaching them or sharing that information with them. And so in the ways that it's been shared otherwise, that picture, that kind of takes the context to a different place. But yeah, I do think that there is some credence to the various levels of energy and elemental manipulation, and that we having the melanation or melanation in our bodies, in our vessel, gives us even more. If melanation is somewhat the same as what has the elements in outer space or stars, whatever, star space, whatever, sky, that we are able to take it to new heights and new levels. And so that just kind of let me know that I could do magic. Not only that, but I just noticed that that's what that was about. It wasn't what I had been seeing and reading about it before. At least that's not the explanation I got yesterday. The explanation I got yesterday was that they were exchanging favors.
Right. Okay. I seen that picture, and what I get out of it, because they say picture worth 1,000 words, but the picture is a picture, but it's how you interpret it. I picture worshiping. They were worshiping gods, bow down to the black people.
The melanated man.
Mm-hmm. Man, that's what I see. And that they got their knowledge from us. You feel me? And they used it and turned it on us. But at the end of the day, they can never do what we do because we are the people. You feel me?
But that's another reason why they're trying to muddy the water or muddy the blood. The bloodlines, the A, B, and O.
Okay. Right.
Yeah,
so, okay, Master Shepherd, we closing out?
For the invite too.
Yes.
Thank you for the
invite. Because that question that you put out there, it tend to spun us back into conversation.
Right.
Sorry.
And so we was closing out. And so with that close out, just as a reminder, as we spoke about earlier, manifesting and how everything comes to earth. The good, the bad, the evil, this, that, everything. And we put here to experience through time and space, the process of so-called good or so-called evil, the process, what it feels like, the foreplay, the actual engagement, and the ripple effect, the after effects of that. And it's beyond what we see. Again, it's about being the example. And of course, the example is what we spoke about earlier was the unconditional love piece. Sometimes people get caught up on what came first, what happened second. But as long as we hold the vibration to be unconditional love, even simply something as that, why they kiss the feet? Well, that's a whole nother story to go into. But how can we look at love in that, or embracing, or a win-win, to see the harmony in that? You know, sometimes you just look at one side and says, "Oh, because this happened, this side is better than that side, or this side or that." We just say, "Okay, there are different levels of the same thing that's happening. How can we, from the space of understanding everything happens here, be non-judgmental and accept it. It assists with our manifestation because we're not blocked by any judgment of anybody, how they choose to manifest. You say free will. So, and that's the I admit philosophy in a sense. So, just want to maintain that.
Maybe I'll have a little more insight to share with you next week, but I would like to pick up with some of that information coming back next week. Next right. Strong.
Okay, cool. So yeah, next strong, we'll create a topic out of that. That was, dive deep into it from the beginning and just really explore that thing.
Right.
Okay. There you have it. Well, one love and wellness.
All right.
Love
good
wellness.
All right. All right. Till next strong. Peace and wholeness.
Ashe, one love.
Ashe.
I'll see you tomorrow night at rehearsal, Ghost.
Okay, cool.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Okay.